Hey guys, this is Nick post recording of this video, and I just want to preface beforehand that the audio is a little messed up during the entire video because I was having technical issues, but right now I'm not feeling the best, so I'd rather just not record it and just try to shoot with this audio. Sorry for the inconvenience. I hope you enjoy the video. It's Nick at Night, and this video is the second installment of my monthly favorites video series, where every month at the end of the month I come here onto my YouTube channel and I shed some light on some of, in my opinion, the best music that came out throughout the month, trying to have you listen, trying to have you talk to me, give opinions. If you're into the music stuff, I know half of you are here for the Fortnite, or just me in general. This is for the music fans. This is for my music audience. And my music videos have been doing really well, so I appreciate all the support with those. If you want to continue supporting me, like this video, subscribe for more Fortnite and music content. Just like the January list, we're going to go through some singles, 5 singles that I enjoyed this month, and 5 albums. I'll explain why I like them, etc., etc. Let's go. First on the singles list is Diet Coke by Pusha T. This song is so good. This song has to be like my song of the year at the moment. The beat, the lyrics, even the music video, like everything just fits so well, and everything just creates this vibe that cannot be matched. The piano beats, it's an 18-year-old beat made by 88 keys. The lines, the hook, it's just also great. The amount of times throughout this month I've been like, you ordered Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? You ordered Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? It's just such a great song, and I can't wait for Pusha T's new album coming out soon, I hope. Next up is City of Gods by Fabio featuring Alicia and Kanye West. This song is the modern version of Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z. It's passionate about New York, but this time it's about the drill scene, like the drill side of New York. I think the beat's great. Everybody on the song did a great job. Fabio did a great job. Alicia on the hook with the Chainsmokers chorus. That was great. I think what Kanye said on the song is true. I think this is probably one of the best features of the year. He goes back into his discography. He shoots some things about like the backpack, the pink polo. He's again shooting at Pete Davidson. I just think that in a couple years, this song is going to be pretty legendary. It's going to seal the late 2010s and the early 2020s as the introduction, not even the introduction, but like the popularization of drill in New York. And it's really going to stamp that into the culture of New York. The big question is whether this is going to be on the final version of Donda 2 or Fivio's new album Bible, and I kind of wish it was going to be on Bible. Just, it feels more like a Fivio song, even though you can, argue Off the Grid is also a Fivio song. But like, is it in Kanye's wheelhouse to make an anthem about New York? He did talk about New York in there, but he's like, didn't he also talk about Chicago? Like, I don't know. I think that this would be great on Bible. I just want to mention real fast that I'm sick, so if I sound sick, I do a little a little cough. Next up is Love's Train by Silk Sonic, which I was super excited about because I thought that Silk Sonic was done with their first album, but they came back with a single for Valentine's Day. It's sexy, it's funny. Silk Sonic does a great job at making songs that are sexy but also accessible to anybody. And with this single coming out, I wonder and hope if Silk Sonic is going to be around for another album or singles, if Silk Sonic is not just a one project. I hope we hear from Silk Sonic in the future. The next song I want to talk about is Want It Bad by Kid Cudi and Nigo. Yes, Nigo's back with another single this month. I think Nigo is 2 for 2. I think if Nigo's on the production, he's doing a fantastic job of production. This song is danceable, but it also brings an older side of Cudi back that you can hear his influence from 808s and Heartbreaks on. Kid Cudi sounds like an older Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi sounds like what 808 sounds like. I think the juxtaposition is really cool with that somber sounding singing and humming versus this like danceable upbeats type song. And man, now Nigo in 2022 has a song with A$AP Rocky and Kid Cudi, and I think he has an album coming out soon, so it just makes you think like, what's next for Nigo and what's this album going to be like when it finally comes out? I actually can't wait to hear it. 2022 is the year for Nigo. Next up is Porn Acting by Dawson. I'm so happy that Dawson is back. Pixel Bath was one of my favorite albums of 2020, and he's finally back, and I think he's going to be dropping something soon. This song is very rock-like, but it's an alternative rock that distorts his vocals. The guitar riffs are legendary. He's just a great singer with this whiny voice. Very punk-like. I love the distorted passages because it goes from regular singing that's very loud and abrasive to this almost too loud singing that feels like it's breaking the speaker. Just a great song. I know that Dawson dropped one in 2021 too, but I missed it. But welcome back, Gene. We interrupt this program with a Donda intermission. This is a Donda intermission. I thought before I talked about my favorite albums from this month, I would talk about an album that sadly didn't make my top 5 for this month. But as the biggest Kanye fan in the room, I feel like it's my duty to talk about Donda 2, The Listening Party, and what the album seems like right now. First off, The Listening Party, I thought it was a win for Kanye, though there was obviously some technical difficulties. Donda 2, the first version at least, sounded pretty good sonically. There was not a lot of lyrics involved. The album wasn't really done at all. The mixing needed help, but the song structures were there. Catchy hooks were there. The beats were there. This album sounds a lot more trappy. You can definitely tell that Future had a giant influence on the sound of this album. The second half with the live performances was unfortunate, but I don't think that it was a complete L. In terms of the album sound, I think that this is not the final version of the album, and I think that this is finally the live album that all of the Kanye fans wanted. Since The Life of Pablo, we've been fantasizing about this album that's changing throughout time, that we can change ourselves. And I think that this is going to be the album that we've been talking about since T-Lop. You can make this album what you want. I think that's going to constantly be updated with new mixing, new vocals, because more than half of the songs aren't even done. I just think that this album is a flower, a beautiful one, but one that's not bloomed yet. I think that there might be more listening parties, and we've seen updates to songs already. I definitely think that this is going to be an evolving album. I just wonder when it's going to be finished. Yes, it came out technically the 23rd, so not even the 22nd, but it's on stem player, it's super dodgy. The hooks in short tracks don't excuse the amount of you can excuse it for Yandi because Yandi's never going to be touched up on again, so you have to kind of deal with that. You just need these songs to be finished. But right now, honestly, I'd put Jesus is King over Donda 2. And I love Jesus is King, so that's not hard for me to say, but that might be hard to hear for other people. That concludes our Donda intermission. I repeat, this concludes our Donda intermission. Back to our regularly scheduled program. This month had a very solid amount of albums that came out, some great, some good. First up, I want to talk about Few Good Things by Saba. This is my first time listening to Saba. I know that Saba came out with an album that I've been trying to listen to for a while now, but I'm kind of glad that this is my introduction to Saba. He has a very mature sound, very hard-hitting lyricism, and the production on this album was really great. The beats were hard, but also very, again, mature with the amount of instrumentation that's in some of them. My favorite songs on this, Survivor's Guilt, that's probably one of my favorites this year, Fearmonger, Soldier, and the title track. The next album I'm going to be talking about is Anthem Up Here by Black Country New Road. And once again, this collective had an album last year that I wanted to listen to but never got around to it because sometimes I'm kind of scared going into these albums that aren't rap because I know that they're going to have more value than an okay rap album. And I was right, this album was very heavy. And I don't mean heavy as a bad thing. The instruments are blooming, they're in your face, they're beautiful. The singing is very calming. You really have to just listen and close your eyes with this album. It's very folky, it's very alternative, very singer-songwriter. It's such a beautiful listen. If you're a music person that likes listening to music besides rap, this is definitely one to listen to. My favorite songs are Chaos Space Marine, Good Will Hunting. The place where he inserted the blade was a fantastic track, and the closer Basketball Shoes. All of the songs throughout the entire album lead up to that moment, and that song is great itself. You know, some girls just have that Billie Eilish style. This next album was my top album for a couple of weeks until this week where it got blown away. This is Back on Death Row by Snoop Dogg. I haven't listened to a lot of Snoop Dogg, but listening to this made me realize that Snoop Dogg does not age. His music is timeless. I feel like I've heard all of these beats before, but in a good way. His rapping is just so funny. You feel like you're sitting on a couch with your friends and we're just trading bar for bar. I think the story about Snoop being signed to Death Row Records for his first album, but now owning it, and him starting the album with saying that he had a dream about him being back on death row, and it going into this fantastic introduction track about like being back at it, like we never left. Like, I think that was just so awesome. I think the first track actually gave me goosebumps first listen. My favorite songs are Still Smoking, Coming Back. Crip Your Enthusiasm is so funny. And when I was listening to it, I thought I got like an ad on Apple Music. It was that funny. And Gotta Keep Pushing. The next one I didn't think I was going to be putting on my list, but it's Once Twice Melody by Beach House. This was such a soothing listen from track to track. The soft vocals and the loud but soft instrumentation just made it feel like I was either sitting in a room full of flowers or on the beach with a clear sky and nobody around. The songs are beautiful, the songs are calming. This is my first time listening to Beach House, though I've heard their name countless of times, and I'm definitely going to go back into their discography after this one. If you're interested in dream pop, this is the 2022 album for you. My favorite songs are the title track, the opener, Runaway, New Romance, and Hurts to Love. This next album is my new album of the year, God Don't Make Mistakes by Conway the Machine. Conway the Machine is one of the three main Griselda boys, newest signee to Shady Records, and I don't think I could be happier for him. This album sounds like his debut into the mainstream of music. Through the last 2 years, Griselda has been getting so much hype, but with this album, I think that the underground rap game, specifically Griselda, has just stepped up, and Conway the Machine, once again, is being the forefather of that. This album is mainstream meets Griselda. It's clean, it's dark. This is one of his darkest albums lyrically, but man, I've never heard an album that's so clean but so dusty like the rest of the Griselda records are. I like that Conway makes it clear that even though he's signed to Shady now, and I think bringing his boys onto this album is fantastic as well. I think the features were great. I think that's Conway has the best hooks he's ever made on this album. My favorite songs are Tear Gas, Piano Love, Stressed, and the title track at the end is heart-wrenching. So those are my picks for my monthly favorites of February. Thank you guys once again for listening in. Please comment some of your favorite music that came out this year, came out in February. Let me know if I'm cool for some of my picks. Let me know if some of my picks are gross. Comment your favorite color. Next month we have Benny the Butcher, we have Rex Orange County. I can't wait to talk about it. And don't forget to join the Discord. Don't forget to follow me on my new Twitter. I recently changed Twitters. I've been sick recently after I came home from a trip, but Fortnite videos and stuff will be coming out soon. Alright, thank you again, and goodbye.